But all right, are you guys ready? Everybody's ready?
Yo,
This looks beautiful. Why didn't we pour this one?
Because orange creamsicle sounded better.
No, it did. That was amazing. But this.
Oh, you guys didn't try that one on the show?
No,
but
we did the orange
it's like
creamsicle
purple
one.
and- It looks like snozberries. It looks like snozberries.
All right, you guys ready?
We are ready.
All right.
Parents strongly caution the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
What's going on, everybody? This is a Let's Talk After Dark podcast where anything goes and nothing's off the table. I'm Benny. With me, as always,
Mav.
Dame Rev.
our special guest.
Victoria.
All right. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Let's Talk Us Now. Listen to us on Google, Apple, Spotify. Watch us on YouTube. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Any announcements?
Yo,
We got what are you wearing on your shirt?
what are you wearing on your shirt? I don't know, dandruff.
Do my intro because we got merch. I'm trying to learn how to promote the merch, guys.
Yeah, all right, we got merch. We got merch, and we got more merch. This is the Cue My Intro tee. We got the Let's Talk Classic. If you guys tuned in yesterday, wasn't yesterday?
It was yesterday.
This past Sunday.
Well, it was Saturday. It was
whatever,
Saturday.
man. Saturday at the Beer Daddy special giveaway. Shout outs to everybody that tuned in. You'd have seen my shirt. That's the Let's Talk Classic. If you haven't seen it, go see it because it's on our page. We gave away 4 amazing baskets and a grand prize basket. You guys rock for tuning in. We had over 51 entrants. We spun that wheel and picked our winners. So thank everybody. Thank Beer Bros for
Beer
tuning in. Start Line Brewery, Unicorn, and Popping Cork for all sponsoring our event.
So that means when we have events, guys, you
Mic
guys need
drop.
to pay attention and watch because we do give away.
Yo, we
stuff.
gave away like a lot of money worth of stuff. We do. It's always almost $1,000 worth of stuff that we give away. Give to you guys because we love you and we appreciate you tuning into our show.
But you know what they'll love more?
What?
Our guest.
Yeah.
Because look at her. We got our guest today, Victoria. Do we give the full government or do you not go by it? Like, I'm just trying.
Government.
All right, Victoria Engel. This is who she is, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta check her out. And she's our special guest, and don't let looks fool you.
She
Because
will whoop your
she
ass.
will whoop your ass. All right, I do have to say, I know so many.
Wait,
people in your
before we
circle.
start, how much do you weigh, if you don't mind me asking?
I weigh 109 pounds.
109 pounds. Remember that for later.
Straight up beat your ass.
109 pounds. All right, so I got topics, a ton topics to ask you, but let's first, you just introduce yourself. Tell us what you do and everything.
Well, my name is Victoria Engel. I do real estate. I work in the real estate
Do me
market.
a favor. Either bring the mic closer or you can.
Yeah, you can pull it as close as you. Yeah.
You can grab
Is
it.
that
Don't
good?
don't be skirt.
Okay. I don't want to be like
You can touch
breathing
it.
No, you
down
can't.
No, you're
That's
good,
why
you're
they
good.
have these little shields.
Oh, okay. Okay, so my saliva, you know. Oh, okay, great. So I work at Lock and Key Realty right here in West Springfield.
Hey, you know, you also work with my friend Macy.
Macy?
Yeah, she knows you.
She's like, that bitch got fired a long time ago.
No, she's gonna be mad because she's been wanting to be on the show. Now she's gonna see it. She's like, oh.
Wait, she works at Lock and Key?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Okay. Well, I just started there a month ago, so I'm like
Yeah,
the
she's
baby.
been there for
But yeah, my name's Victoria. I work in real estate. I do Brazilian Jujitsu.
Wait, you don't just do Brazil. Tell them who you work out with.
Oh my God. I work out with Marco Alvin.
Heck yeah.
Team Lane,
Shout out to Team
Ludlow.
Lane.
And I'm a blue belt. Just throwing that out there. I'm a
Word,
blue
word.
She's like, just throwing it out there.
belt. You know, yeah.
Explain the ranks of the belts.
Yeah, right, what order is
It starts off at white belt. We all know that. You
Yeah.
know, white is right, but it ends in black. But continue.
So you're at white belt for about 2 or 3 years, and then you move up to blue belt, which is when you're around like 4 or 5 years into it, and then you go to purple belt, which I don't know how long you stay there. It feels like a lifetime, people say, and then brown and black belt. So it's a 10-year journey altogether, but it's hard work.
It's so
It
worth
is.
it.
You got to show up every single day and put in the work.
So all this prettiness goes away when you hit that mat.
Yes. Well, no, I have waterproof eyeliner and mascara. I swear.
So I look glamorous when I
I am the only woman, I think, in the world who does that because
It doesn't drip off when you sweat or anything like that?
no, it's waterproof.
So don't
It's
play me, I
expensive.
guess.
No, I look good when I'm beating people up.
Word.
Yeah.
So how long you obviously, from based off your description, you've been in it at least 4 years?
I would say, yeah. I started when I was 16, and it's kind of been on and off because I moved from Cuba to here when I was 18.
Topic.
Yes. And then, yeah.
Did you move or flee?
Wait. You started when you were 16 in Cuba and you came over here when you were 18?
Yep.
Ah, that explains the last name. Now it all makes sense. All right, no, continue.
Wait, what?
Why?
Because, well, all right. So your last name, you said it was from your dad's side when we were talking earlier, right? And I'm
Yep.
trying to figure out because you're Hispanic, but I didn't understand. But now you said Cuba, so if you're Cuban, so that makes more sense because I know a lot of friends. 'Cause I used to live in Miami, so I understand how Cuba kind of worked and everything back in the day when people were fleeing there, going there, and then fleeing from there, and then Jews were going there to be safe and leaving them there because I believe Engel is a Jewish last name, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
You're completely off.
He does this shit. He goes on these fucking tangents.
I was sitting here. I'm trying to figure out.
and
the
you're
last
sitting there
name
looking at him like, what are you talking about? I just moved here because
So
So you fled then? Just say you fled.
no,
nobody fled. That's so offensive.
It's not.
No one. She didn't flee. You got on a Delta Airlines flight, right? Like a normal. Like,
Oh, wait,
she just
so this
came.
wasn't Air Cuba?
She just moved here, right?
So it wasn't like a boat or anything, or a Volkswagen
wasn't a
Beetle.
boat.
Okay.
No,
You can
no
just
boat.
feel free to do whatever you got to do to this dude.
Okay.
Just whoop his ass.
I appreciate the effort of you trying to figure me
I
out.
know.
But
I feel like
Let's let her tell us the story.
Listen, I gotta make it exciting.
I'm not Cuban at all.
So you-
I'm Mexican American. So my dad is white. He's just a regular white guy. And my mom is Mexican. She's from Mexico. But the reason I was in Cuba is because we lived in Guantanamo Bay and we're military. So I went to school there.
We're the most wrong fucking person. Just all kinds of just assuming kids. You just learned a lesson on assuming shit.
Guys, she is so private. It was so hard to figure out. I had to go for her LinkedIn to find out.
How
stuff.
fucked up?
I googled.
That's why I got the notification.
I googled.
That's the worst
I looked
shit.
Lincoln first, and then
She
typed
says
everything.
Cuba. Everybody's like, "Oh, you fleed here." She's like, "Actually, I was military."
Well, it's still the same thing.
You were in capture in Guantanamo Bay? No.
What branch?
Air Force.
Me too. See,
So you were in the Air Force, or your dad was in the Air Force?
My dad. Yeah.
So you're just an Army brat.
Basically.
Air Force.
No, that's an Army brat because the Air Force. We all know how you guys are. All right.
Well, I'm a brat.
What did
for
he
sure.
do?
But I don't know about branches, but I'm definitely a brat.
What'd your dad do in the middle?
I should know this. He does like air traffic control
Okay.
stuff, like management, manages people.
Very important guy.
Ducats.
He's a scary looking
He's a
dude.
scary. Yeah.
Yeah, you saw what he looks
I
like.
saw his picture in the
very-
wedding photo,
he's very
which I
nice.
thought I wasn't sure who was getting married there either. You and your sister. Kind
Oh,
of,
that was my
yeah.
sister. She also married a white guy. Hi, Daniela. She married a white guy.
So it's like tradition or
It's funny 'cause people are gonna watch this and be like, "Those two are assholes for saying that fleeing shit." Usually, it's me that says offensive shit.
Listen.
Usually, it's me. Except today.
Do you know how many photos I would get from my aunts because they felt bad? They're taking pictures of the Cubans like coming over. They're like, "Oh, no one's pulling the boat over," because my parents are from my family's from South America too. So whenever they see stuff like that, they cry and they send pictures to me.
send pictures to you.
Yeah, because they just want to show me that it really does happen and remember the hardship that people have to do to get here to this country.
Or they just want you to cry.
Or they just want you
Or
to
they just
cry.
want me to
Yeah.
cry because I'm emotional.
Yeah.
know.
It's okay. This is a safe space for men.
What do I feel being a taxi guy? I like this. It's like
yes!
time where it's like,
You like being gangbanged?
yeah, I'm gonna get thrown through a table later.
Speaking of thrown to a table, tell us about why you did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to begin with. I
don't think they do that.
What brought you to that?
Oh gosh, I was thinking about this yesterday. It's a pretty long, emotional story, so people get your snacks. I was in high school in Cuba, and that was the first move I'd ever done. Like, we had lived here our whole lives, very normal. I never wanted to move.
Well, you went from here to Cuba.
So I was basically raised here until I was 15. But we moved to Cuba, and you know, there's like maybe 12 kids in the graduating class there. Like there was 10 kids when I was there. So it's very small. Everybody knew each other. And I came in as this new girl, and I was the popular, pretty new girl. And there were other pretty girls that didn't like that so much.
So it was like a Mean Girls?
It really was. It was like a Mean Girls thing. And it was like everything was amazing. Everybody loved me. And then this one girl.
You can call her what she is. You can say it.
I'm not going to say her name. She'll probably, no. But
well, not her name, but what you wanted to call her.
Can
you can swear out here. Yes,
okay.
You can say it.
Okay, she was a bitch.
Yeah.
I just didn't think you did swear.
I really don't, but like sometimes you just gotta. But she was such a bitch. She was awful. She basically like turned everybody against me. And I'm a very nice social girl. Like I just love to talk, have fun, be everybody's friend. Yeah, I'm nice. And it just went from 100 to 0 really fast. And at one point, like the bullying got so bad, I wasn't going to school. I was very depressed. I didn't want to get out of bed most days. There was one night in particular, I hadn't gone to school for a couple of days, and then it was the weekend. And I heard like a car pull up to my house, and my room in Cuba was like right by the road. And I knew whose car it was because it was like everybody in high school had shitty cars. So it was like a loud ass muffler. I was like, I know whose car that is. And it was a group of the kids from school. And they literally in the middle, this was like 1 a.m. Like my parents were asleep. I was trying to sleep. And I heard banging on my windows and on our door. And I freak out. I'm like, oh my God, like they're going to kill me. Like they're going to just beat me up. And I remember I called my dad. I was like, Dad, come to the door. And he comes out. He's like, there's nobody here. I was like, oh my God. Like, why are people doing this to me? Like, I'm a nice person. And...
Are you sure?
Yeah,
that sounds like paranoia right there. Like, your dad saw nobody. Were you, like, not possessed or something?
No. They drove off right away. Teenagers.
They can make a movie about your life.
Yeah.
That's a movie. That's some shit you see in a
like
Karate
Disney.
Kid movie. Continue the story. I am fully... into this.
Well, so like things like that happened. I remember I missed a couple days of school, and I was friends with this underclassman girl, and I came in and she met me in the bathroom. She's like, people thought you killed yourself over the weekend.
What the
like she's like, you weren't coming. And like I told her, I was like, I can't even show up for myself. Like I didn't even shower for like days. Like when you're depressed, you do some weird shit.
Yeah.
I just didn't brush my hair, no makeup. That's a big thing for me. I always wear makeup. And it was just like the worst part of my life. Because when you're in high school, that's your whole world. It's just those kids and it was so small. So I was going back to school, and my dad always told me, just go in, you got to show up, you just got to sit down and do your work. And
were they all military kids too?
Yeah, they were all military.
Oh, I feel,
Yeah.
My son goes to a military school right now with a lot of military kids, so yeah.
Yeah, they're awful. They're all brats. And... I remember, like, I was leaving school one day, and somebody came up to me. There was a bunch of kids leaving on the bus, and they were like, hey, that girl, the one who hates you, she said she's going to fight you. Like, she's going to beat your ass up. And I just remember I was, like, stricken with fear. Because I'm a small girl.
Yeah,
I'm 5'5", I'm 100 pounds. Like, I'm not built to fight. I'm very girly. I'm very dainty. That's just me. And when I heard that, I just right away said, that's it. I can't do this anymore. And I ran home, and my dad
just left school and just ran out the back.
Well, I took the bus. I took the bus home, but I ran home like dramatically, So I went home and I sat down at my dad's desk, and he's like this huge guy, scary looking guy, very serious. And he's at his desk back from work, and I'm like bawling my eyes out, and I'm like, Daddy, like I can't do this. Like she said she's gonna fight me. Like I can't go to school anymore. That's it. Like there's no other solution. And he swivels in his chair, and he looks at me, and he's like, she said she's going to fight you? I was like, yeah, that's what I said. And he's like, go put your sneakers on. I was like, and then the moment, I'm just like, what? What is wrong with you? Like, didn't you just hear me? Like, I'm going to die? And he's like, go put your sneakers on. He's like, if she says she's going to fight you, we're going to learn how to fight. And I was like, okay. I'm like running, put my sneakers on, and right away went to the gym. And the gym on a military base is a bunch of big buff military guys, just like
hell yeah,
pumping iron. Like I would never be caught dead in the gym. and takes me in there and we start doing deadlifts. We start like learning how to do squats. I was doing the empty 45-pound bar because I couldn't lift anything. And from that day on, I started working out. And then at 7 p.m., he said, we're going to learn jiu-jitsu and we're going to do boxing. And we literally hit everything. He taught me how to hit the bag. And I would get home from school at 2:30 in the afternoon and I wouldn't leave. I would go right to the gym with him and I would be there until 9:30 at night.
That's amazing.
Like just lifting weights, running, and then jiu-jitsu for 2 hours. And like, it was like, I felt like I was reborn during that time. Yeah. It was like nobody had ever pushed me like that before.
I just want to say, if anybody reaches out to you for movie credits, for real, because this isn't Disney.
This is a movie.
It is. It's amazing. Like, I see, like, the training and everything, like, the passion you have, like, you only hear it in movies. Just to see somebody actually go through it, it's amazing. Like,
just tell them to give us our chips.
Yeah. I just want to be, I'll be a bully you can punch in the face. Like, I don't really care. I want a cameo.
Yeah. We'll have you play the mean girl.
You ain't Mav's the bad bitch.
I have my moments. Hey. But I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm just saying, like, it's just so surreal because as you're saying, grab the popcorn, and he's telling me, I'm literally sitting here, I'm like, she's describing a movie. There's no fucking way this happened in her life.
Yeah.
You know, because this is like a Karate Kid. Like, you're gonna beat me up. Well, you're gonna train. Okay. They're from most kids.
I wouldn't want it to be Disney though. I would want your movie to be on like fucking New Line Cinema so that you could really fuck some people up.
No, shout out to your dad because you know what? I've heard a lot of stuff.
And shit.
And I've seen like my dad. Anyways, so like this kid was getting bullied, so his cousin gave him a knife, and he ended up stabbing the kid, and then going to jail. He didn't know. He was just scared, and this kid pretty much like killed somebody.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's just.
And it was the most horrible thing because he's like a 13-year-old kid, so he's at a juvie lockup, and he's asking, "Can I go sleep in my house? I'll come back here." Like, I'm kind of scared. Like, this is like no one was able to guide him like your dad was to show him like and people don't fight no more, So the fact that you went to the gym and you stuck through it because you're like, nah, no one's fucking me up.
So did you ever go back and like whoop her ass or something? Like, is that where?
Please say you did.
Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Did you grab the hair? You just straight out, just like.
No, I never did because I was going to the gym. Like, this was like 6 months that we were just like, as soon as we got home from school, protein shake, get your sneakers on, going to the gym, and stayed there until nighttime. And at one point, I was walking out with all the jiu-jitsu guys, and I was like covered in sweat. Like, you could tell I worked hard, and we just all looked so tough. Like me, the little pipsqueak, and all these tall guys. And then I see, like, the gym there is set up so like they cut the basketball court in half. So like kids would watch the basketball games and then the jiu-jitsu guys would take over the other side.
Gotcha.
And we were leaving and you have to walk past the basketball courts and one of the games was on from like our school. So all the kids from school were there.
And they saw you.
And I remember just walking out and I saw all their faces. And I
shook.
And literally never bothered me again. Nobody said one peep.
Yeah.
That girl's a
they're like she's like, nah, and all the guys are like, not only is she hot, she could fight. Bro. That's amazing.
Yeah. I have the best dad ever. And I'm so blessed because so many people don't not only like even have a dad, but just somebody who believes in them like that. Yeah. If it wasn't for him, because I hated jiu-jitsu. The first 2 months, I said, I don't want anybody touching me. I would wear like this much makeup to class and everybody looked at me like, what is she doing here? Like, she's like, is she watching? Is that somebody's wife? And it's like, no, I'm here to train.
That's somebody's wife. We're like 60. Okay, R. Kelly, go because
But like, I'd show up and I hated it. And then my dad was like, oh, I got you a gi. And I was like, because you guys know what the gis look like.
Yeah.
It's like dorky as shit. Like, I'm sorry, jiu-jitsu people, but I think it's so dorky. And like, I hated wearing it. It was so stiff and just ugly. And my dad was like, wear it. You're putting your gi on and we're going. I was like, Dad, I don't want to do this. Like, it's stupid. This is fucking stupid. And he was like, no, we're going. Like, just made me do it. He pushed me every day. And after like 2 or 3 months, something clicked. And I started hitting submissions and I was getting takedowns. And I felt empowered, like just as a woman in that environment that was so new to me.
Now, were you the only woman that was doing the training at that time too, or were there other?
There was like 1 or 2. But they were like buff military girls. And then they left after like the first month. So at one point it was just me. And
then you would still go all makeup up and everything like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What brand do you use? Like, I have to ask now. Like, I know I see girls go to Sephora. I've been there once with my wife, and let me tell you, I don't understand it. It all looks like the same to me, but she breaks it down to a science, and I sit there and start smoking weed again.
So I actually worked at Sephora for 2 years.
I know, that's why I brought it in to plug in.
Yeah. So,
You're kind of a creep.
yeah.
Just a little bit, I gotta get my job done. I gotta do my research.
But yeah, I worked there for 2 years.
Yeah.
I did makeup all the time, but
He's like, no, you worked there for 3. No, I was like,
actually 2 years and 3 months.
I followed you.
You know the funny thing is, like, the Cuban joke came out because I know your Mexican heritage, because you made a dish, you had it on one of your things, and
That
just
I
thought
saw.
it was, that looked amazing. I was hoping you would bring it, because I was hoping you're one of those, because you also work in the real estate, so I figured you might bring like something like, hey guys,
some cookies.
some cookies, wine, maybe a free loan on the house or something.
Free loan.
Free loan, you know what I mean?
Who gives those? Tell me who gives those out. 'Cause I'd like to
What
talk
is
to
a
them.
free loan?
Yeah, right.
Some
Interest
That's
free
a
loan?
scam. Some call a scam.
some
Yeah.
Italian guy told me
Did you
back
get something
then,
in the mail?
I did,
Got a letter in the mail. Free loans.
I get phone calls all the time.
Negative 6% interest
Someone
rate.
trying to buy.
Well,
my
that's not true,
parents'
because I got an interest-free loan on my when I did.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It is a thing.
And for my house, I bought down my points, so my interest for my house is like 0.5%.
This dude should be Indian the way he says money.
Yo,
Yeah.
I bought a house on a game I had.
GTA.
Nah, man. Some Storage Wars game.
You bought a house on Storage Wars?
Yeah,
What?
man. You collect rent. You can use it to auction.
So the
I don't have much to say in that.
So you went to Belchertown High.
I went freshman year, and then I graduated senior year just a few months because I was in Cuba between that
Between
time.
the 2? That's cool. We have something in common. I went there for a little bit. Then I came to Springfield.
You did?
Yeah. My dad my dad brought us, we lived in Holyoke, he brought us to Belchertown because he wanted us to be out of the element. So that I wouldn't be brought up as, stuck in that mentality.
Yeah.
And then we were so white, and I didn't know I was ashy, so he's like, listen, I gotta bring my kids back into the element because of the culture. And that's how you got Mav right here, I get plenty of phone calls go good until they see me like, oh shit, you're black. Like, we thought you were white.
Yeah, Belchertown's very white.
Belchertown's extremely white. Shout out to Belchertown. My brother just bought a house out there, though, too. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a nice place.
It is, but I wouldn't raise my kids there.
No, absolutely.
It's safe. I love that it's safe, but, I had a very hard time growing up being mixed race or mixed ethnicity, whatever I am.
Yeah.
Mixed. We'll just say mixed.
Mixed.
But it was very hard because there was no Mexican girls. I think there was one, but she looked white. So, and she didn't even,
She's like, stay away from me.
Yeah,
In my class, there was two. There was a Puerto Rican girl, and then there was a girl who was Puerto Rican, but because her mom was French Canadian, she didn't claim it.
Yo, when I was in Texas, everybody thought I was Mexican. I was just like, no, I'm 100% Puerto Rican. They're like, what is that?
What's the difference?
No, they didn't know what it was. I had people straight up go, what is that? And I was like, Puerto Rico? And they're just like, I've never met one of you before. Because Puerto Ricans don't go to
Does he speak Spanish?
Texas. But, continue. Yeah. No, I wanted to know, what are the, from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, what are the things that you've learned besides fighting that you took from doing that?
There's so much. It's literally like the biggest upgrade you can make to your life to choose to do it. But I guess there's a big, the self-defense part of it, of the positions you're in jiu-jitsu, are literally the positions that, if somebody's assaulting a woman, that's literally the position that you're in, and that's an advantage to you to get into it. So, just knowing that if I, knock on wood, was ever in that position, now I feel more confident, that's really helpful. But just, gosh, I'm so empowered as a woman. I walk differently. I talk differently. Just because I know that I could
There's that
fuck you up.
confidence and instilled self-esteem.
Even if I can't,
Who's the heaviest of a, I know you're you said you're 109.
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever wrestled anybody a little,
Oh, everybody.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's amazing. How does it feel when you a guy like my size, you just fucking flip him down and have his arm, he's how does that make you feel afterwards? Come on.
It feels amazing. It's literally like there's very few things that just feel like bliss.
Because they don't let you do it. You have to earn that shit. You actually,
Yeah.
Yeah, because no guy wants to have a small. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure they kind of get
you
extra
actually
cocky,
really
try to
submit
really
these dudes,
and you're having them tap out.
Yeah, no, you can feel the testosterone like in the air. Like even like guys who are like closer to my size, they like the professor will like put me with them, and they'll be trying like. Like huffing and puffing, and I'm just like, oh, like I'm gonna tap you out in like 2 seconds, but good try. And it'll be like their first class, and I'm like, sorry, but
so when you have them, do you whisper in their ears? You're a little bitch.
Oh my God. I don't think they'd ever come back.
Oh my God. You know,
It's like,
take
that.
Next time.
So have you ever had to fuck anybody up in real life?
No, not really. No, I mean, people, like girls have said stuff to me, like at parties, girls have said like, oh, you can't really fight. Like you're just this little twig. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't even need to prove it to you.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even worth it. I know what I got, and I don't care if you know that or not.
But if you want to make me prove it, I am happy to oblige.
Yeah, I have put people in like chokes, headlocks before, and they right away are like, oh, get off me.
Not sleep, nigga.
Yeah.
Put to sleep.
I'm like, no, you're talking shit.
So I have to ask this question because I am Mav and it is me. So if you never watched the show,
Wait, disclaimer, get ready.
I feel really bad because you probably don't know what you're about to walk into. Have you ever had a boyfriend that wanted to just like looked at you like, yo, can you really fuck me up right now? You know, can you put me to sleep, babe? You know.
So
like we're not kink shaming. You don't have to say anything, but you know, just out of curiosity.
Well, like he wants me to put him in a
He wants you to, yeah.
I don't think so. I dated a jiu-jitsu guy for a long time, and he like would always just like. Wait, no, I can't say that. Never mind. No, but like we would like wrestle. So
of course you would wrestle.
Yeah.
Be like some Mr.
But,
Mrs. Smith shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, would you guys like really like just like
slam
they
together
tag
against
down?
the
You're
wall.
like, yeah, you gotta be on the bottom.
Yeah. Well, next question. But I did date this one guy who like every time I talked about jiu-jitsu, I wouldn't even like put anything out there like, oh, I could F you up. He would just be like, I know you can't do that. Like, he would always put me down about it.
Wait a second. You dated this guy?
We, like, tried dating. We went out on dates. We weren't boyfriend and girlfriend.
So courting. Yeah,
courting.
Yeah,
but he would never believe me. And I remember one time I, like, went to, like, put him in a choke just because I was like, I'm fucking tired of your bullshit. And he, like, grabbed my arm and just, like, pinned me like that. And I was like, well, duh, I can't do anything if you're pinning me. Like, just let me show you what I can do. And he was just, like, not having it.
You didn't punch him in the face afterwards?
I think I did punch him one time. I don't know. Usually, I'm not a confrontational person.
You don't give that vibe off. Like you give a vibe of being really sweet, really understanding. But I guess like thank your dad. Like he put you into this whole new world where you discovered another part of you. And like you said, I feel a lot of women should actually look into it because the positions and everything is very helpful.
Oh yeah.
So have you ever did any like classes where you actually went and talked to women and stuff like that and kind of did like some empowerment women's speeches?
No, but in Cuba they had like women's self-defense, so it was women only.
Mm-hmm.
And the black belt that was there, he taught the jiu-jitsu as well. And he's like my dad. Like I wouldn't be where I am without him. Very, very good guy. He knows how to talk to women to like make them feel empowered when they're doing these things. It's hard. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we did like the women only self-defense classes, and I would tell women like, I know it's hard, I know it sucks, and it like we don't want to think about it, but we have to protect ourselves. Like at the end of the day, you have yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're good with yourself and you have these skills, you know, you have a little bit better chances that you can not be a victim.
Now, I know you have your job, you know, but are you going to start competing again?
I wanted to compete last year, and
fucking COVID.
Yeah, sucks.
But are you getting back into it?
I think this year, I mean, I feel rusty, so I'm like, I should compete. I don't really want to. I get scared. I'll be honest.
Really?
I get scared to compete. I haven't competed before.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
my apologies.
We're talking about the octagon, right? Is that what we're talking about?
Well,
no, it's not really. It's just still it's almost like
or just tournaments.
Just like jiu-jitsu tournaments. Yeah.
Like you can do rounds or you can just do one. Usually they do rounds to see like who has better submissions, and it goes by points.
Yeah.
But I get scared. I always think I'm going to get hurt. But it's something that I'm like, you know what? I'm 21 now. I got to get my shit together. I got to go compete. I got to go show other women that they can do this and that they are strong and they can get out there and win.
So,
Hell
what
yeah.
are you scared of that? You just motivated me. I want to go out there and start running. I want to start training now. Like I said.
I know. I got to do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, you should do
There
it.
it goes.
You
That's
definitely
the
need
attitude.
to do it.
Yeah.
All right, you
And
said
then
you do. That's a
Let's
verbal
Talk should
contract.
be there. Yeah. Let's Talk's gonna be there. We're gonna be cheering you on the whole time.
I will 100% be there.
Yeah. If you guys go, I'll go. And
Oh
whip some
yeah,
ass.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
So yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I've started month of March. I started actually getting back in shape because I'm trying to lose weight, and it's hard.
He just wants to wear fucking large shirts
Yeah,
again.
because, all right, so backstory. He was wearing large shirts all the time. We had to intervention and sit him down and say, that's not your size. And now he wants to make it his size. And we support him.
Yeah, because I'm not buying no extra large. They give me extra large. I can't wear that. I see, the thing is, I like
Sit here with his hair follicles poking through his shirt.
I like that. You know, I just don't.
That shit says, let's talk.
It does. It does. And I love
Dick,
it.
I'm sorry.
No, but it's the truth.
I'm fat, but I know it.
See, I don't want to accept. See, the things I don't want. Like, I'm gonna be 35 in 2 weeks, right? I'll be 35, and I don't want to have the issues other people I know 35 are having.
Shit, you're older
like,
than me. You're older than me.
What?
Oh, you're gonna be 35
In August.
in August.
You
Yeah,
are
a few months
blowing
older.
my mind. I thought you were the eldest.
I thought I was
did
too.
I thought he was too.
Or am I 35
What
already?
is
No, I thought you were
happening right
35
now?
Already. I thought you were a year older.
No, am I 34 or 35?
You're 34.
Were you born in
I'm
85 or
34?
86?
I don't know.
Oh.
How old are you?
Okay, Google.
What?
How old am I?
34 years old.
Yeah, I'm 34.
Google knows?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You just found some shit out with me because I had no idea that you were older than him.
Oh, I thought I was older.
I thought he was older too.
Oh,
So
Lord.
guess what, guys? I'm the oldest, and I fucking act like a kid.
I'm 24.
In the sack. Oh, yeah. So I just don't want the medical problems and everything that comes with it. You know, after a while, you know, those if you're not working out and stuff like that, and you don't keep that testosterone going, that stuff starts, dying down. And you start going more towards your, higher.
You just don't want a limp dick.
I don't. No.
That's what it sounds like.
I don't. Absolutely. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I don't. I don't want to have to take pills. I'm happy that every morning is still up and strong, like it was when I was, first popped up. So I'm excited about that. I don't want it to happen anymore. I know working out keeps it like that.
Do you naturally eat clean?
I would say so. My mom always cooked like the best balanced, healthy meals growing up. I'm so thankful.
So your mom still cooks your meals? You're so lucky.
No, I don't live with my parents, but
Doesn't mean she still wants to cook for you. You don't go over.
yeah, well, yeah. But that's why I'm trying to learn to cook now, like just the traditional Mexican dishes that I grew up with, because it did so much for me growing up, me and my sisters. So naturally, I eat pretty clean, but then like Mexican food, it's not always.
But it's so.
It's
Chorizo.
so good. Yeah, so good.
Yo, for real.
So when are you cooking again? Because the squad's gonna come over and we're gonna. tear up some
I literally cook
enchiladas.
like 3 or 4 times a week. I'll do like easy recipes throughout the week when I'm tired, and then like Friday nights I just stay in and just take 2 hours and just cook an amazing meal. Because I deserve it. Like I don't know if that sounds selfish, but
No,
like
absolutely not.
Do you I'm gonna say, guys, you gotta check her out. She'll drop a thing. But if you see this woman's figure, like she could probably eat
You
anything
work
you
hard.
want.
You know what I mean? You work hard. You deserve it.
yeah, you deserve amazing meals, healthy meals.
So do you still? What has been like your workout regimen though? Because since like COVID, I'm pretty sure I know you went I know the gyms opened up a little bit and then they closed back again, and then there's underground stuff. We're not gonna talk about any of that goes on. I don't know nothing. But like for you yourself, like what keeps you to like what routine do you keep? Because you have to do. I'm pretty sure you do some type of workout. Like you don't do all that training and then all of a sudden stop, unless you have. And then we just skip this question.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, during COVID, I worked out at home.
Yeah.
Just like basic workouts. I always run every day, just like a mile, just to keep it moving.
It's like just a mile.
Yeah, no, I know.
A mile. Yeah.
I literally walked to my fridge and back to my bedroom.
She did all the things at home that I told my doctor I was doing when they asked.
But yeah, I mean, I did the workouts at home. I have like a whole gym in my basement.
So you have a bag and everything too? Do you still like?
I don't have a bag. I really don't do much of like the boxing, MMA stuff.
Gotcha.
I did Muay Thai for a little bit too, but I just stick with Jiu-Jitsu and then like a little bit of weightlifting and then the running, and I'm good.
Do you ever get your nails done? Because
I wish. I used to have in high school. I had like the long pointy acrylics. I loved it. And Jiu-Jitsu, you just can't do that.
No.
So I'm like, this is the one thing I give up. Is nice nails, but I get everything else. Everything else. Like, this is my one flaw.
Do you ever do like the press-ons and then when you?
Yeah, I literally do that.
Girl, you just said the wrong shit.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh man, and you know what? I do have to say, you mentioned your age, 21. I would not know. Talking to you, you are extremely mature for your age, and just like, so keep up the good work that you're doing. You're not out there being like everybody else in the world. You have goals and
Yeah, man, because these 21-year-olds be pissing me off. They say shit, dumb shit. Because I'll be like at the store and I'll be in line, and there'll be girls I know they're 21. They talk about and they just have the dumbest conversations, and I just pray that I wasn't like that. I probably was. No, because when I was 21, I was in the military, so I'd like to think that I was.
No, you were.
Come on!
You were what? You were worse because nothing could harm you.
I was just an emotional train wreck. Was
We're still working.
was an emotional train wreck.
What is another hidden talent that you have, like that you don't like? That your fans that you're about to have rushing to your Instagram as soon as this.
Are we gonna find out that you sing? Do you?
Yeah, do you?
I actually.
Yeah. You had.
Okay.
So I love jazz music. My parents raised me with jazz music. Like Sarah Vaughan is my all-time favorite artist. Like Bill Evans, Ella Fitzgerald, all of those. Love so much. But in Belchertown, freshman year, I think it was. Yeah, I was one of the jazz band soloists for singing. We would do like little shows, and it was amazing. I loved it. And I played piano a little bit, and now I'm trying to find a harp teacher because I want to be able to play the harp someday after I cook dinner for my husband. Just be like, let me pull out my harp and like serenade you.
Get
what
out of here!
Wait a second. Can we drink to that, please? Can we just say a toast to real bitches out there, real women out there doing their thing? Sorry to be
Wait a minute. Time out.
I got excited.
This
I
guy's
got
gonna
my
get
party
fucking
mode last night.
canceled.
I'm sorry.
But let's hold on. So goals are, you get married. If you're not already, you get married, and you cook dinner for this person.
I just heard cook dinner and play
then
a harp
you
for my husband.
play the fucking harp while he's to help him digest. That's the greatest shit I
She's
ever.
literally like Meg from Hercules, and I'm in love right now. You know what I mean? Like the harp. Like,
Did you enjoy the stew?
you're sitting there
That's creepy.
eating,
I wouldn't do it like that.
eating amazing Mexican food, and she's just like playing and starts singing something.
That's the
Mexican
greatest
lullaby.
thing. Marry her.
Are you in a relationship right now?
No, I'm not in a relationship.
Hear that, bro? She said no, so stop calling her. And she said no. Leave
It's
her
because there
alone.
was a pause, and
She
she's
paused,
like,
and she
"I'm not
looked,
gonna
she
shout this motherfucker out."
Nah. And he could be like, what did you say? I saw the video.
Yeah, my phone's about to start blowing up. Like, I thought we had something special.
You said you love me.
What was all that harp talk?
Yo, you're gonna have harps delivered to your house now by Amazon. Oh my gosh, that is a wow.
That's the most baller shit I've
Harp.
ever heard in my life.
That'd be dope doing some lingerie and playing.
I had laundry and cooking and stuff like that. I just think
Playing the harp.
That's enough.
It's like, yeah, that's.
Like, all right, let's go give you a baby.
A harp playing.
Would you like kids in the future?
Yes, I would. I always said 25 because that's when my mom started having kids, but
Oh, I thought you said 25 kids. I was about to say, what's wrong with you women? Like,
no, I used to want to have 6 kids because that's my lucky number. But then, the older I got, I was like, no, 5, 4, maybe 2. Maybe.
I never understood after somebody had one, why would they have more?
Yeah, because
you only have another one just so they can have people talk to you,
No,
so don't feel
fuck
bad
that.
because you can't be with your
Oh
friends.
Yeah,
my
you can
God.
just,
Go talk, go play with your brother and sister.
Yeah, you have one, and then the oldest raises the other two, and then you're good. You don't have to take care of them.
I'm the oldest out of 5, but yeah, so that's
Yeah.
exactly how it was. Like my brothers and sisters despise me because every time they're like, "You just always remind me of Dad," and being like, I'm like, I didn't have a choice because I got in trouble for all your shit y'all fuckers did. Your sister understands.
Just watching you unravel. Just traumas. I'm enjoying your traumas.
I feel like she's opening me up a
My
little bit.
sister didn't
here.
get in trouble for nothing I did.
I never got in trouble. I'm the baby.
Of course.
I would just cry. Boom, got whatever I want.
Yeah, you resent.
Good. How many siblings do you have?
I have 2 older sisters.
2 older sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to your older sisters. What do they do? Did they do jiu-jitsu too?
No, one of them did a few classes, but she's very dainty and delicate like I am, so she wasn't too into it. But Daniela, my oldest sister, she was a flight attendant at Emirates, so she lived in Dubai for a couple of years.
Oh, that's why you were
That's why
there.
I went.
Because I saw. How was that?
Amazing. It is
Because I
such
saw
a
pictures of you in Dubai, and I was just like, she's rich.
That was dope. It was a free ticket.
Yeah, it was free, and I just slept on the sofa. So.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. I loved visiting them there. And her husband was a Emirates pilot. Now he's a pilot here.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah. And she's having a baby soon, so I'm gonna be an auntie.
Congrats.
Do they really?
Are you this is your first time being auntie? Or are you?
Yep, first time.
So your parents are all gonna be excited.
Oh yeah.
All that love's gonna be leaving you now.
Yeah, I know.
Just remember that. All that love that you have right now, yeah, it's gone.
I'm like
You're
kind of
no more.
panicking. Like I'm excited. I love the baby, but like,
know
oh my
what I
God, my throne.
It's
I'm getting
gone.
dethroned.
Yeah. So what you gotta do now is suck up to the baby to be the favorite auntie, and then you got everything. Because he's like, yo, ask,
So like I'm very into personal finance. This is another part of me that like I love saving. Like I love nice things, but like I love saving, investing, goals, spreadsheets.
You're not married yet. Like, what is wrong with the men in the society?
Because
Take your
they
time,
get
take your time.
intimidated. We can have a whole nother
Yeah, no, that's
podcast
okay. What's another
about
podcast?
that shit.
Yo, keep doing your thing.
Yeah, yo.
Take
There's
your
plenty
time.
of fish in the sea. You don't want to grab the first one.
Don't settle.
Oh, yeah, no.
if they can't stack up to you and match,
Boys are intimidated.
I could.
Boys.
It's like every guy I meet, there's just something wrong with him. Every guy I've met, I'm just
Like
like
most of them are married, right? I mean, we are in Western Mass, Harvard, and New York. Let's be, and they're older too. But anyways,
yeah,
sorry.
you can
continue.
date older. I've dated older, young. Well, no, I haven't dated a guy younger than me. That's
I don't
weird.
think you would. Yeah.
But like rich, poor, doesn't matter. Like there's always something wrong with them. And I'm just like, you know what? It's not good enough, and I'm okay walking away. And I do it respectfully. There's no reason to be this big fight and be like an,
You
get
should
out
teach
angry.
classes.
So, guys, we're gonna have a new segment on Let's Talk Network where we have Miss Victoria come
She's
here.
about to get hired.
Motivate women out here because
Yo.
she's dropping gems on this episode. Because you're 100% right, and you have your head wrapped together. And I know women in their 30s that are like professionals, like
Bro,
that can't get this shit down. They're still.
I just
why do I
saw
still
somebody post that you don't know he's the one until you block him and he hits you up on like a different social media network.
That's called.
And I'm like, that's toxic as hell, yo.
Yeah, like if you want to talk to somebody, if you love somebody or whatever you want, just talk to them. Tell them how you feel. Like, don't play these games. Like, nobody benefits from games. It's exhausting.
So you would rather a guy just come up to you, you guys been talking, courting for a while, and he just pretty much lays down his feelings, his objectives, and pretty much like some goals?
Yes.
That's like
So bring her a resume, okay?
Parents.
That looks
Bring me
good.
your resume.
I have a message for the parents. This is what you get when you raise your children.
In Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had to go.
I'm lightheaded now.
Oh my gosh, Victoria, you're amazing. You made this show. I'm sorry. It's been a long time. No offense to my other guests, but it's been some time before someone actually challenged and swell's been like great. Maybe it might be the beer too. I feel like I'm slurring.
She challenged you because all the shit you said. All right, so you came here on a boat
Oh yeah, I thought that.
that you made with your parents.
No, I didn't say her parents made the vote.
The
I said
government
community
changed
got a
your last
Volkswagen
name
together.
because they assigned you a last name, and she's like, all that shit is
Yeah.
strong.
I was just figuring, so that makes sense.
Oh,
you know what?
Lord.
I did forget you were Mexican.
Yo.
You just forgot.
I knew
Assumed I
you
was
were
Cuban.
South American, and I forgot what it was. I didn't look at my cheat sheet that I had on my phone.
Where you have all my like
I have everything.
Everything,
all
your
the
blood
little
type.
my
questions
social
I had to
security
ask.
number, blood
I
type.
do have your social, so if you have any credit cards going for weird porn sites, just understand. You're helping a brother out, okay?
Got it. Cool.
Appropriate.
Would you okay, so here's a this is actually a really great question, right? All right. So you say you get back in the competition, you realize like I'm the shit, you get over your fear and stuff like that. Who would you want to compete against? You have like one person that you're like, yo, I would really like to go toe to toe with this person in the little circle on the mat.
There is like somebody in jiu-jitsu already.
Yeah.
There's one girl that I'm actually friends with on social media, Danielle Kelly. She actually shared one of my TikToks. I did a TikTok where I'm like dressed like this, and then I like rip it off, and I'm in my jiu-jitsu gi, or the other way around. But
Was
like,
it the red light one?
I did not do that one. No, but
She paused like, but my other site.
OnlyFans, no.
Girl gotta get paid.
Yo, that's actually not a bad idea. OnlyFans with the jiu-jitsu?
Yo,
you get
Oh, the
paid.
jiu-jitsu guys would go crazy.
Oh, you
but
get
I
paid.
can't. My morals are just
You
can't.
could kick my ass.
You don't even have to
We'll
show
go
nothing.
50-50.
This is one lady that
just
doesn't
wear
even show
gi.
nothing.
Yeah, just wear a gi. Just beat.
You just
Yeah.
like step on niggas' heads and shit and
What a world.
$1,000.
get paid. Yeah.
Dudes pay money for.
I know that.
You know what I mean?
Somebody did suggest it to me. They were like, you could do that. I'm like,
Get paid to beat people up.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. You don't have to do.
It's like being a bodyguard. Do it.
But
Just saying, you can be living extremely comfortable,
But you're doing quite well for yourself.
but you can be
though.
doing better.
You don't have to do like most nurses and everybody else does and makes OnlyFans. You're doing pretty well.
yeah, no, I'm good without it. But definitely Danielle she's a black belt, and I think she's 24.
She's young, yeah.
Yeah, but she's such a sweet girl, and she's like me. She's girly. I would just love a seminar from her. So, Danielle Kelly, if you're out there,
We're gonna
me.
tag her.
Get in that DMs and you guys set up a competition or at least come talk here on the show. That would be great.
That'd be super dope.
We would love to have you guys talk about that. So is Pat Casey still with Team Link?
Yes. I haven't seen him in a while though.
I would love to get Pat on the show. He was another one who we were supposed to get a long time ago. Sorry, Pat, but we love you. Yeah, he's another Springfield like beast and everything.
Yeah,
Just
he's a
amazing.
beast.
Just
Every time he
amazing.
posts a Facebook status, I'm like, yeah. Go
he's
Pat.
very, very motivational guy too. Yeah, so shout out to Team Link. And I don't know. I know Mike Torch does jiu-jitsu, but I don't know who he.
I thought it was Team Link.
I think it might be.
Mike Torch?
I think it is.
Mike
yeah.
Torche?
I
No.
don't know.
I know my uncle was like affiliated years ago, and then he told me he's like, you should be part of Team Link. This is like 10, 12 years ago. And he was like, but they're going to fuck you up. But I didn't live here. I lived in the Boston area.
Oh, yeah.
But I was like, he told me, he was like, they're going to break your nose and everything. And I was like, you're not
Like, what?
selling it.
Right?
It's like, you're really
I think I'll pass.
You're really not selling it.
Have you ever had anything broken during practice or something like that where you were just like.
Or sprained.
No, I haven't broken anything. I've gotten like I've held an arm bar too long and I felt like a crack. And it's hurt for a couple of days. I know that sounds gross. doesn't it?
You said that like it doesn't sound excruciating. Like I felt a crack.
And then I just kept going. Yep. No, I've gotten hurt. I've been covered in every class. I get covered in bruises.
Do you, that's another thing. You do look like somebody probably bruised easily and everything. So
Yeah,
how is
like
it like
an apple?
afterwards when you're
Like
walking
an
out, you're gonna people like
Your doctor must be like, blink twice if you need help.
Are you safe at home?
hitting you pamphlets and everything.
Yeah, no, it's you get hurt, but nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like the guys go harder with each other because guys don't care. Like they're just so like pumped up, they want to win. But when I usually go with the women, like we know to be respectful. Like we don't pull each other's hair or like intentionally hit each other in the boob. And that has happened and it sucks. But,
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, so do you actually have people like? I know I've heard like I'm into MMA and stuff like that, but I heard people like they'll take cheap shots like getting like boob punching and stuff like that. I'm like, that must hurt.
That sounds painful.
yeah. I mean, I'd take it any day over being a guy and whatever guys have to deal with. in that department.
Go ahead, but-
but
Nuts.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
that
Let me tell you
sounds
something.
awful.
It's so weird how you stop breathing. When, like like those are your lungs, and as soon as you get hit, you just don't breathe,
your
Yeah,
whole body's
guys.
like,
For- you
listen,
and then you just cease to exist for like 45 seconds at least.
yeah, guys, like they get hit there and then they're like this on the ground
Yo, it is.
for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, whoa, is it that bad?
It's out of
Oh my
control
God.
how bad that hurts. I've seen stars. I got kicked in the
yeah,
nuts so
I've seen
hard
stars.
because I used to kickbox, and I got kicked right through my cup, and I wanted to die.
Yeah, that's another thing too. They don't ever tell you about cup sizes and the proper thing. Yeah, and it hurts. Sorry, this is
sucks
just
for you
sharing
guys.
it. But I also heard too, like women getting kicked there hurts just as much too. I've had a woman like she's got,
kicked in the vagina.
She got kneed in the vagina. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a pelvic bone. Right?
it's still yeah.
It's not as bad. It's like getting hit anywhere else, I would say, but it sucks. It's like, oh, like, don't hit me there.
Yeah.
Please.
That's crazy.
And you know what? I want to let people know because, and I'm happy that we have a lot of people think that sometimes with wrestling, like people get turned on, and it's a different mentality. You know, it's not like kink.com when you're wrestling for other stuff.
Yeah.
It's you know about kink.com?
No, I don't know what that is. No.
She's like, yeah.
trying not to get fired, and you're over here.
I'm just saying. She said, yeah, I love your family. I'm like, first.
She's like, I'm going to need you to cut from 2 minutes to 4 minutes, and then I need you to cut from 36 minutes to 38 because Mav's an asshole.
It's all gonna be can you just cut that guy out? We don't want this. But yeah,
So, as a woman,
Thank you. You
It's
know what I'm about.
yeah. So like when I first started, I was like, oh, like, is it gonna be like that? Is it gonna be weird? Because obviously you're like in all these, you're in it, and it can get weird in the beginning. It feels weird because you don't really know what you're doing, and you've never like had somebody on you like that in that setting, but then you get over it so fast. Like the guys who are respectful, because there are throughout the journey, there's one or two guys who
creeps.
I roll with them and. Sorry to say this out loud, but like it feels like you're having sex with them. They literally like you're literally like they on you, and it's just like, are you even trying to like get a submission here? Or you just enjoying on
the
me?
feel.
Nigga, you don't need dinner.
And I'm like,
He's over here. It's like you're not sweating.
yeah, like. But everybody's respectful. Like after a while,
up.
it's like everybody knows like this is the place you go to train. Where nobody's thinking about that. At least that's what I tell myself. Like, nobody's thinking about that.
So you're really getting poked in the leg.
But you do get hit on. Like we go, like you go sit down, when, like in between rolls, and guys are just like dripping sweat, and they're like, "So how are you doing? Like how long have you been training?" And they're like looking up you at down. I'm just like, "Oh my God, get away from me."
But you know what? You wear your makeup still when you do it. I think that's still the part. That's like that would throw me off too. I'd be like.
Just my eyes. I don't wear anything
so you
else.
don't do anything. Oh,
no,
so you just
because
keep the
this is
eyes-
gonna get all over the
Oh,
place.
okay.
Like I've gotten like orange
I was like,
on
you ever
people's
do this?
faces. Yeah, and they're just like, "What's this?"
I'd be like, yo, what the fuck?
And I always say, "It's washable. It's washable. Just, I'm sorry." And they're like, "Oh, it's fine."
How many divorces have you caused? Men going
God.
home on the. You were wrestling. I was a girl. You were wrestling.
It's hilarious.
What is this?
All right, we are going to end this before we get you fired.
Oh my gosh.
All right, is there anything you want to say to anybody?
Where to find you?
Find you if you want to be followed. If you don't want to be followed, I
Or
don't
help
know.
for houses,
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah, so I'm in real estate. So if you want to sell your house or buy your house, just contact Lock and Key Realty in West Springfield, Victoria Engel.
Nice,
That's my
nice.
little pitch.
All right, anything else? Anybody else? Anything else to say?
We did our events.
Yep.
Buy our merch. You can pay to Peg Mav, and I'm Daddy Fuego.
All right.
And if you're paying to peg me, it's only $19.99. It's for 20 minutes.
Plus tax,
Plus tax.
Oh,
because
that's cheap.
we follow the law.
Listen, it's cheap because we're trying to make money. We got.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do it. I feel the cheaper it is, the more
If
I get.
you charge less, you'll get more customers.
But yeah, so you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Let's Talk Us Now. Listen to us on Google, Apple, Spotify. Watch us on YouTube. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I'm Benny. Follow me at Benny B Design.
Maverick Prasad, you can follow me at Unlocked Character.
Daddy Fuego. Follow me at Damien Rivera Comedy.
All right, and thank you for coming. Do you want to shout? No, you don't want anybody following you, right?
The Victoria Engel on Instagram.
All right.
Hey, out
The
the
with
shell.
a THE,
The.
not duh.
Not the.
All right. Thank you for coming. We're done. Peace.
You.